Okay, got the Savage out for a nice rip on this beautiful summer day here in Australia. Okay, as you can see here, we've got the Savage X 4.6. This is fitted recently with Axial 28, which is a similar style to the HPI K 4.6 engine. Absolutely screams. So today we're retesting out the 2-speed transmission, as I found it was shifting a little bit too early with this new power plant. So I've adjusted the set screw. That should enable the gear change to be a bit later in the rev range, and hopefully be a little bit more fun to drive and get some wheelies out of it in first gear. Okay, well, let's prime her up and we'll get her ready to start. So you can see here I've got a primer bulb from a Thunder Tiger MTA4. That just makes life a little bit easier. And we're running the Fly Sky GT3B transmitter. Nothing too flash, but I find this is pretty good range and cost, and enabled to put on 10 models, which when you have quite an extensive collection of RCs, it definitely helps by having more models for each controller. Okay, so electronics check, everything's working fine there. We've got our prime. Okay, so I've got the glow plug backed off slightly. That's going to just make life a little bit easier starting it. Takes a little bit of pressure off the pull start assembly as well. Okay, so it should have plenty of fuel in the cylinder. And a glow starter. So I'll leave that on there for a second or so. We're going to bump up the idle slightly, just enough to help it start. Okay. Okay, it's a quick warm up, stirring up the temperature. go, we haven't hit second gear yet, so we'll give it a bit more of a squirt. Looks like we're still in second gear. Still in first gear, haven't hit second yet. Okay, so one thing to take note when flat landing with nitro cars is puts a bit of a shock load on the system, and then you have issues such as the exhaust can come off the header, especially on models that don't have a proper coupling. It's just a straight tube. So easy fix, put it back on, tighten her up, and we'll get back up there ripping. Okay, so we've got the exhaust coupler back on. We're going to readjust this 2-speed transmission. So I found it wasn't hitting second gear, so I've tightened it up slightly too much. We're going to back it off a quarter of a turn, an eighth of a turn, and we'll see if we've got an improvement there. Well, if that's something to go off, that's how much power and torque that the Axial 28 has. We've stripped the steel clutch gear. Okay, so come back from our rip. It was finished up a little bit early. We have stripped out the clutch bell there, steel clutch bell on the steel spur gear. So spur gear is undamaged, but the clutch bell is gone on that inside edge. I might be able to space it back, maybe on a buggy or something. I don't think I can get work on the Savage again. And also, first outing with the tripod, have bent one of my legs, got a little bit close with the Savage, and it's taken it out. So fantastic, that's all part of the hobby, that's what we love. So to report on the 2-speed adjustment, I feel that the engine's not fully tuned correctly, so I'm just not getting them higher revs. So I've locked it into first gear just to get it some more no confusion when tuning, so no shifting. We can definitely hear what the engine's doing, and yeah, just as I started tuning it better, that's when stripped out the clutch bell. So still a work in progress, but we'll get there. With the previous HPI engine, the F4.6, it was hitting 2-speed no problem, and it was shifting at a really good point. So with this high performance motor, it just needs a little bit finer tuning. Anyway, that's to recap on today's rip. More to come. We have plenty of cars to talk about and work on, and moving forward, more videos to come. Cheers.